I think a lot about human progress and how we get to the places we get to. Um, so we as a species venture out, and we need to get these rare earth elements. We wouldn't dare have our technological progress pause. So we establish a moon base, and we create a fleet. And like I said, it's like deadliest catch in space. There's like national operations that are going out there trying to catch asteroids and mine the rare earth elements out of them. And then there's independent operators, so you have a little bit of an amazing race kind of situation going on, where conglomerates versus indie operators out there all trying to make a buck by astro mining. And the main character's dad is one of the pioneers there, and he leaves. He ultimately dies and leaves his daughter this astro mining rig on the moon. So she can go up there, and it's a bit of a found family story, where she goes up there with intending to get rid of this thing that took her dad away from her when she was a kid, and ultimately falls in love with it and decides to chart her own path out there among the stars, and finds a family out there to do it with her, assembles a crew, and goes after the big guys as the underdog kind of in this astro mining race. So that was kind of the setup. I love the idea of a little bit of a Firefly type feel to it, with a found family, a little bit of us versus them, with big like national well-funded conglomerates against the scrappy kind of startup, and all of it taking place in the moon, and then figuring out the how do we catch these asteroids, and how do we mine the rare earth elements out of them. That became the fun part. That became again, that's where for me the deadliest catch, that this crab fishing thing that we do here on the planet was so fascinating to me. I kind of stole bits and pieces of that world and stuck it out there in space. So like we use harpoons to catch the asteroids, and we have these little miner bots that go down and do the actual mining. They're very crab-like. So it's a fun little thing, but the focus is really on this startup crew trying to make their way in a world where you have big national conglomerates trying to squash them. So that's kind of the premise. And then as a second, like as a B story, there's a group of people on the planet that hate the fact that we're become slaves to our technological progress, and they're trying to stop it. So they are opposed to astro mining in general, or doing everything they can to stop what's happening. So you have those opposing forces of the scrappy crew going up against the big guys in the game, but then also this outside force that's trying to stop everything because they believe we're becoming slaves to our technology. And that's the setup for what becomes a very very windy story of these people and their